Talking to oneself is a habit we all indulge in. Just as we cannot stop eating or drinking, we can't stop inner conversations. However, we can control their nature and direction. Most people are unaware that these inner dialogues shape the circumstances of their lives. We are reminded in Scripture, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." What many don't realize is that this thinking follows the tracks laid down by their inner conversations. To steer life in a desired direction, we must put off the old conversation and renew the spirit of our minds. Speech is the image of the mind. Therefore, changing one's mind requires changing one's inner speech, those mental conversations we carry with ourselves. The world is like a magic circle filled with infinite possibilities because there are endless variations of mental dialogues. When we realize the creative power of inner talking, we gain the ability to live with purpose rather than acting unconsciously. Life's circumstances are a reflection of our mental conversations, often without our awareness. To change the world around us, we must first change these inner dialogues. One day, a woman complained that her employer was unfairly critical of her work. Upon hearing her story, I explained that if she perceived her boss as unjust, it was a reflection of her own inner arguments with him. She admitted to mentally debating with him all day. I suggested she change her inner conversations, imagining that he praised her work. To her surprise, his attitude shifted, mirroring her new inner dialogue. We rarely see someone without wondering what mental track they are walking. Becoming aware of our inner conversations is key to transforming our lives. The second man within us, the divine spark, seeks to become conscious and carry out the Father's business by mastering inner speech. The prophet said, "Be imitators of God as dear children." How do we imitate God? By calling things that are not seen as though they are until they become visible. This is the creative power of inner speech. Our mental conversations shape our world. We are told, "Every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof." Our inner dialogues do not fade into the past. They advance into the future and confront us as manifested realities. To send a word to help a friend, I would imagine hearing their voice, seeing them before me, and congratulating them on their success. In this imaginative communion, filled with love and certainty, my word would be sent and would not return void. The time for transformation is now. What we imagine today becomes tomorrow's reality. Listening attentively as though we hear is the way to create life events. Our fixed attitudes often rob others of their kindness. Changing our inner conversations transforms external relationships. By consciously controlling inner speech, we can realize our desires. The right inner speech matches the fulfillment of our aims. As the prophet asked, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" The answer is no. Our inner dialogue must align with our desired state. Each stage of progress requires aligning inner speech with fulfilled desires. By mastering this art, we no longer need external methods. We act purely by imagination and intention, carrying on mental conversations from the premise that our wishes are fulfilled. The Hermetica states that God gave humanity two gifts, mind and speech. These gifts, if used rightly, lead to immortality. Life is the union of word and mind. To transform one's mind is to transform one's inner conversation. Paul understood this when he wrote, "Put off the former conversation, the old man, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind." Changing speech is changing the mind. The prophet Samuel declared, "The Lord spake by me, and his word was in my tongue." This reveals that our minds are the mouth of God. Our inner conversations are the creative word shaping life around us. We are told, "The word is near to you, in your mouth and heart." that you may do it. Life's circumstances are not dictated by external forces, but by our freedom to choose the ideas to which we respond. Now is the time of salvation. Think on things of good report, for your inner conversations create your future. Mastering inner talking allows you to consciously transform your life and channel creative energy from thought to physical reality. Align your inner speech with your desires and witness your life transform accordingly.